So this is interesting. It's right around 2 p.m. on Monday, October 16th. I just received a knock on my door, not from the maintenance person who was supposed to come in here and fix giant holes in the bathroom wall that I did not create, that are the result of neglect and lack of follow-up on the part of the landlord, but by inspectional services who are faulting me for the holes in the bathroom wall. So let's just go take a look at the holes in the bathroom wall. As a tenant who moved into this unit within a few days of the last tenant vacating it, I had to deal with a lot of hanging hardware and hooks from the prior tenant that were all around these windows when I moved in. There were hooks hanging from the ceiling as well. And there were a lot of nail holes in that wall, and these two columns right here. So this paint job is from before I moved in. The landlord did not fix anything. They did not even remove the hooks that were hanging already in the walls when I moved in. So that's a fact. This paint job is literally like probably 14 years old. And then in this bathroom,
are often seen as a weakness. Poll after poll has revealed that his Achilles heel, the thing that gives voters the most pause, is his age. I'm kind of skipping through here, summarizing what
this bathroom was also exactly like this when I moved in. There were these things that are from like some kind of a towel rack that were already here when I moved in. And there were nail holes throughout. So there were nail holes here. I think this nail was already here. I mean, this is the original paint job. There was also two hooks right here that ended up having to be spackled over, and then the holes the spackle started crumbling. Like this, it's literally crumbling due to moisture. This spackle job has been here for 3 years. This is a spackle job that was conducted in November of 2020 when Peter Casparello was still the maintenance manager. And Peter had asked Renato to spackle some crumbling plaster along the top part of the shower stall, which is normal. This is water damage. And the crumbling plaster was never painted over. The spackle for the crumbling plaster was never painted over. And due to moisture and water spraying everywhere from this weird shower head that they never changed, the shower head is also just faulty. It sprays water everywhere. The walls have literally started to crumble due to moisture damage. This isn't me. So they're citing me for this. I mean, I don't know what other holes they're referring to, but these holes are due to crumbling plaster. Again, it's just crumbling all over the place. It's literally just coming off in chunks because it was never finished by the landlord. And that's not me that does this. So I'm not sure, this is a paint job from 2013. No, sorry, before 2011. I'm not the one who painted this bathroom purple. I don't know who did, but it's not me. And there's also missing ceiling panels. So I'm not the one I actually hung a sheet to cover the missing ceiling panels, but as you can see, there's missing ceiling panels and exposed insulation and stuff that I've had to cover with a sheet. So that's not me. Inspector Santana is the one who is citing me for these holes in the wall, which is insane because I'm not the one who made these holes. They were here before due to an old paint job from well before I moved in. Peter Casparello left the Greenville Group in January of 2021, but before he left, he asked Renato to spackle over the crumbling plaster around the top of the shower stall. And again, the crumbling plaster is not my problem. It was here when I moved in. It got worse due to moisture and water damage from the shower head. And some of these nails, such as, this one, and then there was like another hook. This is from the prior tenant as well. Those were all here when I moved in. So there should not be exposed spackling that is now crumbling due to moisture. That's not me. So this is what the inspector is citing me for. That is neglect on the part of the landlord. It's lack of follow-up on the part of the landlord. And because a lot of these nail holes were already here when I moved in, I simply just hung up nails right where the other nail holes were. So now there's several nail holes. This whole thing is really stupid because I'm not even sure which nail holes are mine and which ones are from the prior tenant. And the crumbling spackle that is now exposing prior crumbling plaster that was here when I moved in, that's not me. So this violation does not really hold water. I mean, I'm sure they're hoping it will, but it won't, because this is a pre-existing paint job from before I moved in. And again, the Greenville group had failed to remove hooks and nails that were already in the walls when I moved in. So, I mean, how do you go back 12 years, 13 years and decide, well, this nail hole is from the prior tenant, that nail hole is from, this tenant? How do you even know? I don't even know. I can guess, but I don't know. So this is a bit of a joke. I don't think it'll stand.